26% on the nation report are that the first thing you below for 12 grader for the sufficient in math. In America, we hand everything as an exceptional country, but the 26% sound exceptional to you. Raise your head if you this as country. We need to do way better than that. I am with you. We all need math for where so many kids confess bias it's because only 26% of people on earth will from that. Love 70% or not after working with thousands of kids. I can tell you this is the case at all. Kids don't understand math because we've been teaching it at the math subject. But if we make math human again, if we start making sense again, you are probably wondering how is math in very human in the first place. So think about math is human language just like English, Spanish, and so think about math and chess because it allows people to concern with our art. Even in ancient times, people need law of to the culture to build a momentum and to ensure the land for farming. This is an idea of math. The long is action new. A great philosopher and said the law of nature of everything in the law of mathematics. So you see, even grateful of it is in it, but someone allowed the line where taking the log of math with about the real what and s and will raise down this record and that why kids they get a cause allow me show you what is me.
We will see this third grade Californian math standard and will make sense you when 8 years old. Understand the fraction 1 over b as the quantity formed by one part when a whole is divided into b equals part. Understand fraction a over b as the quantity formed by a part of size 1 over b. And if you give this description to an 8 years, you probably get reaction like this. To this math expert, this standard makes sense, but to a kid, it's an absolute torture. And tell this example specifically because the fraction are the foundational to algebra, trigonometry, and even calculus. So kids don't understand fraction in the elementary middle school because it had helped right way to add them in the high school. But there's a way to make subtraction simple and easy for kids to understand. Yes, just remember that math is the language and use that the fire language. For example, when I teach first grader how to add the subtraction, I start the eval plus lesson. First say yes, one eval plus one eval. And people often say two with the factly correct. Help them include the word as well as with the math of the language. But not just two. It's two evals. Next is three pencil plus three pencil. You are all now. That's pencil plus two pencil. Next is three pencil plus three pencil. You are all now. This pencil plus pencil is this pencil. Everyone, how many pencil? Five pencil? Five pencil is right. And the key is you included the word. I tried to submit my 5 years old niece in more. After she added pencil and pencil, I asked her what 4 billions plus 1 billions, and my aunt overheard in the distance. She scolded and sighed, "You are crazy." She's been kindergarten. How is this first to know 4 billion plus 1 billions? I'm done it. My niece finishes counting, looks up and sigh, 5 billions. And I say, "That's right, it is 5 billions." My aunt stood ahead on that because she didn't access this from the 5 years. But all you have to do is take a language approach, and math becomes intuitive and easy to understand. Then I ask her a question that kindergarten definitely not supposed to know. 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3. And they immediately answered 3 over 3. Such as you are wondering, how can she possibly know that when she doesn't know both the numerator and denominator yet? You see, she wasn't not thinking about numerator and denominator. She solved the problem this way, and she used 1 plus 1 as her analogy to understand 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3. So even a kindergartner can add subtraction. You didn't better believe that every third grader can do it as well.
Just for fun, I asked her an algebra question. What 7x cubes plus 2x cubes? And then the 5-year correctly answers 9x cubes. And she didn't any exponent rules to figure that it out. So when the people say that we are either where or not, it is not true. Math is a human language. So we have our ability to understand this. We need to take a language approach the math urgently because too many kids are look and they are excited about math, and it doesn't have to be that way. I work with an angry, frustration high school student, one who couldn't pass the algebra because she is only knew 44% of the multiplication text. If told her that such a kind of right only knew the the 44% of the alphabet, holding me back. She is couldn't pass her or public relation, and she is had not confidence in that. As the result, this teenager had confidence in herself. If told her, we have to start with the multiplication. Because want to know all of you have with your part. Everything gets easier and they will be having a fast park. Every happy ride in Disneyland. What do you think? And she said okay. But she systematically learned in the timetable in 4 weeks. And yes, even a multiplication has the language and the better than that. You'll be surprised how many kids don't realize 7 times 3 can be spelled out as 7 times 3. We just mean 3 7 times, just like that. So, when kids see this way, they quickly realize that the repetition is slow and infinite. So they grab the memories that 3 7 times, all the with the 21. The further teenager walked outside to dropping out, becoming fluencer and confident in multiplication with the game changer. because for the first time, we can focus on the problem solving instead of counting on the finger. I'm new. She is at the corner when she is a finger out the 2 years. Currently at $44.5 amount will cost you $9,680, and she's looking at me disapprovingly, and she said it's a police shock. That's she's looking at me disapprovingly, and she said it's a police shock. That's expensive. At the moment, not having wonder causing problem for her, but she looks giving a math solving problem result adult as an indicator in my order to change the kinds to be tired. Tirely with this challenge, our country stocks and 20-60% subtraction, and I challenge you to pass the number higher. This is important because mathematic thinking not building your mind, but your kids needed to imagine it and developing the future. Meeting this challenge can be simple as apple plus apples. Instead, we teach the human language, and we will get the sooner rather than later. Thank you.